What if one morning you woke up and truly felt the quiet? No doorbell, no phone ringing, no familiar voices echoing through your home. For many older adults, this isn't just a moment, it's a season of life. But here's something important to hold on to: being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. Let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone in their 70s or 80s who still seems full of life, curious, joyful, and engaged, while others their age seem weighed down by solitude and sadness? What makes the difference? It's not chance. It's in the choices they make every day. In today's video, I'll be sharing 6 powerful habits that can gently transform how you move through this chapter of life. Whether you're already living on your own or just thinking ahead, these habits can be the bridge between feeling invisible and feeling connected, between drifting through the days and waking up with meaning. And the beautiful part? You don't need to wait. You can begin any of them today. But there's one habit, perhaps the most important one of all, that most people overlook. It might just be the key to a more joyful, more purpose-filled life. Stay with me to the end to hear about it. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. What's your greatest concern about growing older alone? Leave a comment below. Your story matters, and it may speak to someone else who needs it. Now, let's begin. Habit number 1, create a daily routine, the bedrock of a fulfilling life. Picture this: waking up each morning with a reason to rise, a rhythm to follow, a quiet confidence in knowing what the day holds. Now picture the opposite: rising at random, drifting through hours without shape or direction. Which life feels better to you? A daily routine isn't about keeping busy. It's about building meaning. It's a way to make each day, no matter how ordinary, feel like it has worth. As we grow older and schedules loosen, no job to clock into, fewer family demands, less social busyness, time can begin to blur. But here's the heart of it. You still have the power to shape your life. Think of a routine like the gentle rhythm of a familiar song. It grounds you. It energizes you. It gives each day a sense of forward motion. A morning routine, in particular, can be a powerful anchor. Waking up at the same time, making the bed, stretching your arms, sipping a warm cup of coffee or tea as the sun rises, these small moments bring peace, familiarity, and a comforting sense of order to an ever-changing world. Let me tell you about James, a retired engineer now 76 years old. After losing his beloved wife, he felt unmoored. The house felt empty. The days stretched on without end. He found himself waking up at odd hours, skipping meals, sitting in silence with the television humming in the background. The loneliness settled in deeply, and life began to feel like it was slipping through his fingers. But one morning, he made a decision. He would take back his days. He began waking up at the same time, stepping outside for a short walk, cooking simple meals for himself, and calling his grandchildren every afternoon. Slowly, a new rhythm took hold. His mind cleared. His body felt stronger. Life began to feel alive again. A routine can be quietly powerful. It gives you back your sense of time. It reminds you that you still have agency. Even the simplest acts, watering your plants at the same hour each day, writing a few lines in a journal before bed, listening to your favorite music in the evening, can offer comfort, joy, and a steady heartbeat in your life. If you've ever felt like the days are slipping by, or that life lacks structure, start gently. Jot down a morning plan. Set aside time for something you enjoy. Make meals part of a daily rhythm. You don't have to be rigid, just intentional. Because when you take back your time, you take back your life. You still have purpose. Your time still holds meaning. And every single day is a new chance to live with intention and heart. If these stories stir something in you, if they make you pause and feel inspired to take action, please comment the number 9 below. And if they don't quite speak to you yet, that's okay too, just comment 0. Either way, your voice matters to us. Thank you for spending this time with us, it truly means a lot. Now, let's keep going. Number 2, make physical movement a daily priority. One of the most common missteps we make as we age is slowing down a bit too much. It's natural for the body to change, but keeping it moving, even gently, is one of the most powerful things you can do for your overall well-being. Think of it this way: movement is the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth. And no, it's not about trying to look like you're 30 again. It's about staying strong enough to enjoy your independence, keeping your mind sharp, and preserving the energy to do the things you love. Because when you stop moving, your body starts to lose muscle, flexibility, and vitality, and that can lead to all sorts of health concerns. But here's the uplifting part. You don't need to run marathons or hit the gym to stay active. Just a bit of gentle, consistent movement each day can make a world of difference. A slow walk around the block, some light stretching, or simply standing up more often can boost your circulation, support your muscles, and help your joints stay limber. The goal? Keep your body engaged so that everyday tasks, getting up from a chair, walking up the stairs, carrying your groceries, stay easy and manageable. Take Elizabeth, for example. She's a 78-year-old retired librarian who, after retiring, found herself sitting more and moving less. At first, it didn't seem like a big change. But over time, she began to struggle with things like bending over to tie her shoes or walking for long stretches. She figured it was just part of getting older. But then she joined a neighborhood walking group and began adding some light stretches into her mornings. The change was almost immediate. Her energy picked up, her balance improved, and for the first time in years, she was sleeping soundly again. Movement brought her back to life, not just physically, but emotionally, too. Here's the truth: staying physically active isn't a luxury. It's a daily necessity, no matter your age or ability. Even if mobility is limited, there are always ways to move. Chair exercises, water aerobics, stretching while seated, or even standing up and sitting down several times in a row, these can all help maintain strength and keep your blood flowing. And here's something many people don't realize: moving your body also protects your mind. Studies show that physical activity helps lower the risk of memory loss and dementia. Each time you move, you're boosting blood flow to the brain, lowering stress, and keeping your mind awake and engaged. If it's been a while since you've been active, don't worry. Start small. A 5-minute walk. A few stretches as you wake up. A bit of gentle housework that gets you moving. What matters most is not how hard you go, it's that you keep going. The more you move, the easier it becomes. And before long, you'll find yourself feeling stronger, more energized, and more at home in your own body, day by day. If this story touched you, if you feel even a spark of motivation, please comment 9. If not, comment 0. Your feedback helps us grow and share more meaningful stories. Thank you again for being here. Now, let's take the next step forward. Number 3, stay socially connected. One of the most tender challenges of aging alone is how gradually our circle begins to shrink. Friends move away, loved ones get busy, and days once filled with conversation grow quieter. It becomes easier, sometimes too easy, to spend more time by ourselves. But here's something worth remembering: social connection is not just a luxury. It's vital to your health. In fact, studies show that loneliness can be as harmful to your body as smoking or obesity. It can raise the risk of heart problems, depression, and even memory decline. The good news? Loneliness is not something you have to accept. Staying connected is a daily choice. And even the smallest acts of connection can carry a big weight: a phone call to a friend, a chat with a neighbor, or a smile exchanged at the store. Even a simple exchange at the grocery store, a smile, a kind word, can make a surprising difference in how we feel. Human connection is more than just pleasant, it's essential. Just like nourishing your body or keeping it moving, nurturing your relationships is a vital part of staying well. Let me tell you about John. He's 80 years old and lost his beloved wife a few years ago. After she passed, he found himself sinking into stillness. The house was too quiet. The days slipped by with little more than television and silence. He told himself that his children were busy, that his old friends had their own routines, and that he didn't want to be a bother to anyone. But as time went on, that sense of disconnection grew heavier. Tasks that used to feel simple, going to the store, tidying the house, suddenly felt overwhelming. That's when John made a quiet but powerful choice. He picked up the phone and called an old friend. They talked for an hour. A week later, they spoke again. He joined a local senior group at the community center. Then, out of curiosity, he found an online chess club and began playing games with people around the country. In just a few months, his world opened up again. He laughed more. He felt lighter. And most of all, he no longer felt invisible. You see, staying socially engaged doesn't mean going to big parties or being surrounded by a crowd. It's about small, meaningful moments that remind you, you are still part of something greater. A kind note, a phone call, a coffee date, or joining a group that shares your hobbies, all of these are small steps toward connection. And if friends or family aren't nearby, don't forget, technology has made it easier than ever to stay connected. Many older adults are now enjoying video chats with loved ones, joining online book clubs, or participating in forums where people share stories, ideas, and encouragement. These virtual spaces can be just as real and fulfilling as a conversation across the kitchen table. The world is more connected than it has ever been. All it takes is a willingness to reach out, to take that first step. And here's something important: loneliness isn't about being alone. It's about feeling cut off. The best way to overcome that feeling is to reach out to others, even in small ways, every single day. The more you do, the more natural it becomes. Before long, you may find yourself surrounded by people who lift your spirit, brighten your days, and give you new reasons to smile. If this story speaks to you, if it reminds you that it's never too late to reconnect, please comment 9. If not, feel free to comment 0. Your feedback means the world to us. Thank you again for spending your time here. Now, let's continue. Number 4, keep your mind active and curious. One of the quieter mistakes people make as they get older is letting their minds slow down along with their bodies. It's easy to think that forgetfulness is just part of aging. But the truth is, your brain needs stimulation, just like your muscles need movement. Without regular mental exercise, your memory, focus, and clarity can start to fade. But here's the good news: you have more power than you think. The mind is like a garden. The more you tend to it, the more it flourishes. Keeping your brain engaged doesn't require fancy degrees or complicated puzzles. It simply means staying curious. Reading a good book, learning a new recipe, writing in a journal, playing a strategy game, or diving into a topic that interests you, these are all ways to keep your thinking sharp and your spirits high. Take Maria, for instance. She's 74 and spent decades as a teacher. But after retirement, she drifted into long hours of television and noticed something unsettling: she was forgetting things more often. Little things. Where she put her keys. What she meant to pick up at the store. She began to worry, wondering if her best mental days were behind her. But she made a small, intentional shift. She began reading again, just 15 minutes in the morning. She added a crossword puzzle to her coffee routine. Then, feeling adventurous, she signed up for an online Spanish class. Slowly, she noticed changes. Her memory felt sharper. Her confidence returned. And her days felt more colorful. Staying mentally active doesn't just protect your brain, it brings you joy. It reminds you that growth never ends. That curiosity doesn't expire with age. And that your mind still has stories to write, lessons to learn, and wisdom to share. So if it's been a while since you've done something to stretch your mind, start small. Pick up a book. Try a new hobby. Ask questions. Reflect. The more you engage with the world, the more alive your thoughts become. If this inspires you, please let us know, comment 9 below. If it doesn't quite land with you, feel free to comment 0. Either way, your voice helps guide what we share next. Thank you again for being here. Let's keep going, there's more to come. Within just a few weeks, Maria began to feel a real difference. Her focus sharpened. She felt more present, more engaged, and best of all, she had new things to talk about when spending time with others. It was like a gentle breeze had swept through her mind, waking up parts of herself she'd almost forgotten. Your brain is a lot like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. One of the most effective ways to keep it strong is by introducing something new. Whether it's learning an instrument, picking up a new craft, or simply changing your daily routine, these small shifts help your brain build new pathways, keeping it flexible, alert, and resilient. And this kind of mental engagement does more than sharpen memory. It lifts your spirits. It keeps boredom at bay. When you're learning something, solving a problem, or creating something new, you feel a quiet but powerful sense of accomplishment. That feeling, that you're still growing, still contributing, gives your days richness and meaning. If you've made it this far in the video and you're finding value in these stories, please comment the number 4 below to let us know you're here. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I gently encourage you to do so. Turn on the bell so you don't miss any of the thoughtful, encouraging content we work hard to bring you each week. Your support truly makes a difference. Now, let's continue. Number 5, practice gratitude and daily reflection. This may be one of the most powerful habits of all. As we grow older, it can be easy to dwell on what we've lost, people we love, opportunities we once had, or the energy of our younger years. But choosing to focus on what still remains, what we still have, that's where peace begins. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means recognizing the good that still exists, even on hard days. Just the simple act of noticing and appreciating small blessings, each and every day, can lift your mood, lower stress, and even improve your physical health. In fact, research has shown that those who practice daily gratitude tend to sleep better, feel less anxious, and report a stronger sense of purpose and satisfaction with life. Take Michael, a 79-year-old retired firefighter. After his wife passed away, he found himself slipping into a place of sadness and solitude. The days felt long, and the house so quiet. But everything began to shift when he picked up a small notebook and started keeping a gratitude journal. Each morning, he wrote down 3 things he was thankful for, sometimes big things, like his grandchildren's laughter, and other times, just a warm cup of coffee or a sunny morning. In time, his perspective changed. He still missed his wife, of course, but rather than feeling weighed down by loss, he began to cherish what remained, the love of family, the warmth of a good memory, the beauty of a simple day. And just as important as gratitude is reflection, taking a moment each day to simply be. To sit quietly. To breathe deeply. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply watching the trees sway outside your window, reflection helps you feel grounded. It gives your mind a chance to rest and your heart a moment to soften. If gratitude is new to you, start small. At the beginning or end of your day, think of 3 things that made you smile. A song. A kind word. A good meal. Over time, your mind begins to shift, naturally finding light, even in ordinary moments. Because while life will always bring challenges, your happiness isn't determined by what happens to you, it's shaped by how you choose to respond. And when you build a habit of gratitude and reflection, you may begin to notice something beautiful. Even when you're by yourself, you're not truly alone. Now let's move to the 6th and final habit. Number 6, find a way to help others. This might surprise you, but one of the quickest and most powerful ways to lift your own spirits is to lift someone else's. When you're feeling lonely or down, it's natural to want to turn inward. But reaching out, offering a helping hand, a kind word, or simply your presence, can bring a renewed sense of meaning and connection into your life. Helping others is one of the most rewarding ways to bring joy and meaning into your own life. And it doesn't have to be grand or life-changing to make a difference. Sometimes, all it takes is checking in on a neighbor, offering encouragement to someone who needs it, sharing your experience with a younger person, or simply giving a smile to a stranger in the store. When you make giving a daily habit, you create a bridge between yourself and the world around you, a reminder that your presence, your kindness, and your wisdom still matter deeply. Take Robert, an 82-year-old former nurse. After retiring, she felt like her sense of purpose had faded. Her children were grown, her social circle had grown smaller, and the quiet of her home became too loud to ignore. But instead of letting that loneliness take over, she chose to act. She began volunteering a few hours each week at a local food bank. Soon, it became the part of her day she most looked forward to. She met new people, made new friends, and, perhaps most importantly, felt needed again. That simple act of giving changed everything. Helping others helps us, too. It gives us a reason to get up, a reason to show up, and a reason to feel proud of who we are. And even if your body doesn't move like it used to, there are still many ways to give. Writing letters, mentoring online, listening with compassion, or simply sharing kind words, these are gifts that can light up someone else's life and, in the process, rekindle your own. Giving brings purpose. It fills the heart. And it reminds us that no matter our age or circumstance, we still have something meaningful to offer the world. If you're still with us and finding these messages helpful, please comment the number 6 below to let us know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love for you to join our community. Tap the bell so you never miss a new video. We're here to uplift, inform, and walk this journey with you. Let's close with a few final reflections. Living a meaningful life, a lesson in gratitude, reflection, and giving. Growing older isn't just about slowing down, it's an invitation to go deeper. To rediscover what truly matters. As the seasons of life change, we may face loss of health, loved ones, or familiar routines, but the most important thing isn't what we've lost. It's how we choose to embrace what remains. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools we have. It doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means focusing on the small, beautiful truths that are still here, a warm cup of tea in the morning, the sound of birds outside your window, a memory that makes you smile. Try writing down 3 things you're thankful for each day. Over time, this simple act can reshape the way you see the world. And then, take time for reflection. Think about how far you've come, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you carry. Whether through quiet prayer, meditation, or simply watching the sky, reflection helps you stay centered and grounded in what truly matters. And of course, connect. Share. Help. There's someone out there who needs your voice, your story, your kindness. Even the smallest gesture of care can ripple outward in ways you may never see, but will always matter. Older adults carry lifetimes of wisdom. Let that be your gift to the world. Aging is not a time to fade, it is a time to shine with the richness of experience and the beauty of compassion. Every day, you have the choice to live fully and meaningfully. Start small. Appreciate what you have. Reflect on what brings you peace. Offer kindness where you can. When you do these things, you'll find that age is not a limitation. It's a new beginning, full of possibility, purpose, and heart. A life worth living, deeply and joyfully. As we come to the end of this video, remember this: aging is not about what you can't do. It's about what you still can do, and all the moments still ahead. Each day is a chance to shape your experience, to create connection, and to live with intention. Even in solitude, you are never truly alone. Because when you care for your mind, your body, and your spirit, and when you reach out to others, you become part of something greater. Now we'd love to hear from you. What's one habit you'd like to focus on? Leave a comment below, we read every single one. If this video inspired you, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll always be the first to know when new content is posted. Thank you for spending this time with us. We appreciate you more than you know. Until next time, take care, stay hopeful, and keep living with an open heart.